Hi guys, sorry for a small delay, but turns out Steam wouldn't allow us to stream on Steam, so we are streaming on YouTube and Twitch only. But we hope it's working, and we hope it's not too loud or too silent. So, welcome to Occupy Mars demo. We are here. Let me take this out. So this is our Martian.
Hi.
He will be playing today, and let's see how he is doing. Maybe we will do some dumbest ways to die on Mars.
You think? Let's try. Ready?
Ready? You should be ready.
I'm ready. Okay, let's do this.
Don't skip tutorials, it's very hard.
Okay. So we have to monitor the bars, our stamina, our oxygen, hunger and hydration, because we're gonna die on this red planet.
More than once. So expect to die quickly and often in this game.
As you guys see, we can manage all supplies like water, oxygen in this game, so we will try not to die.
Yeah, press B to switch between first person view and third person view. Of course, WSAD to move, Shift to run, C to crouch, space to jump. Press Tab to open your tablet, and press L to, of course, enable your flashlight.
So we are in the rover and we have to collect the rock. So let's try to drive. We have marker here. Almost. Okay. Now we have instruction how to use a crane in this rover. When we are inside, we should press Tab to switch between driving and crane modes, and press WASD to control the crane, Q and Shift. So let's try. Okay, I will change the cam so it will be easier. We have the rock now, and we are trying to put it on a trailer. Okay. Now we're gonna test our grinder. So I think we should smash something. Okay, let's try.
So somebody in the chat is asking if you can die by driving a rover over yourself. So I would say you should find out, but it is possible.
Like right now?
No,
I should show them?
is it a good way? Is it a good way
We're gonna die.
as a first death? Yeah, so here we have the remote controller for the rover, and it's a very powerful tool which allows us to basically remotely control the rover. I'm wondering if somebody already found it. So this is the camera from the front of the rover. You can also switch to the crane mode if you want. If you press Tab, now you can control the crane remotely. So it's also very useful. If you look up, you will see that the crane is moving. Move the mouse, yeah. Yeah, so if you press tab again, now you can control the rover and drive. So yeah, if you just do something like this, then that's your first death. So
the first way to die on Mars.
yeah, I'm wondering if you hit yourself quickly enough to die, or maybe you are just no, you die. Because sometimes if you hit yourself slowly, then you may recover. But it wasn't the time. But we have the try again button. It's a very useful button in this game.
Okay, once again. Okay, let's just skip this because we already know it.
Yeah, that was an accident, so called. Yeah, so you put your rocks in the trailer in order to collect resources, which will be very important later. And yeah, now this is a tutorial, so we are learning how to operate the grinder. Yeah, so basically you have to take it out from your inventory. You can put it in your hotbar, and then you can use keys from 1 to 6.
It is already in hotbar.
Yeah, it is on default, and you can use it to basically grind stuff, some junk you want to take resources from. If you, for example, if you build some building and you decide that you don't need it anymore, you can use this tool to take it down and to get back some resources. Yeah, so we have to go out of the rover. In the full game, you will also have some additional tools for the rover arm, which will allow you to basically remove the scrap without going out, for example. So as you can see here, every time we are doing this, we are picking up tools or some elements to reveal this made of. And of course not everything, you cannot recover 100%, but you can some of that. And now those things are in your inventory, which will be useful later. Okay, so let's get back to the rover and pick some more rocks, because to survive we need to gather some resources. Yeah, so the grinder I heard is probably very loud, so you might have trouble, difficulty hearing me. But yeah, now we have the jackhammer. It's also a loud tool. It's basically to take the rocks apart, because the rock sometimes is too big to fit in the rover. You need to make it smaller. And yeah, very useful.
Let's do this. It's a huge rock. Okay, here's our jackhammer. And we need to drill. Okay. Maybe just a little bit to make sure that it will be suitable to our trailer. Let's find out. But it isn't big enough.
Yeah, of course, the rocks on Mars are not just rocks. They constitute of many different elements like iron, silicon, calcium. So sometimes it's better to check what's inside the rock before you put it in your trailer, because it may be something you don't need at a specific moment, or something you need. Maybe we can make slightly lower volume in the game. If you go to the settings, but you need to go out here in the menu, options, and let's make it slightly, only slightly. Let us know if it is not too calm right now. Is the volume okay? How to unload ore, somebody is asking. Well, that's what the crusher is for. We call it the crusher or the shredder. So it's like a big building with which allows you to 3D print and also
I'm gonna show you
collect
how
minerals.
to do this.
That's the building in front of us right now. Yeah. So right now we are too silent, I hear, but we need to make it louder in the game.
Okay.
Options, and let's make it like more, even more maybe the effects. Yeah, so we are approaching the shredder, and now we should be able to get rid of the rocks, but
not so fast.
not so
We
fast.
need some energy.
Yeah, in this case the shredder is disconnected from electricity, so we need to plug it in, and yeah. Somebody is asking, can you take your helmet off, not being into safe space? Yeah, so basically we could do this, but then we have to start over, so
It's your choice.
it's your choice.
Here is our helmet, new helmet, if you wanna change it. Here we are water bottle and oxygen bottles. And let's do some power to our crusher. It needs 25 kilowatts. Okay, as you can see, okay, this is our instruction how to use the cables. So we must put a cable in a hotbar to use it, and I'm gonna show you how to do this. Inventory, small cable is cable from electricity. I set it in a 6, and now I can use this cable, and I can put it back. Here we are, solar panels, and we have transformer, and on the map you can check if buildings have enough electricity to work. Okay, let's check this cable from the crusher, where it is. It's connected to the battery. As you can see on this display, we have already some power, so let's 25, yes?
Yeah.
Kilowatts, yeah.
At least maybe 0.1, because sometimes you know how it is with power. Sometimes it fluctuates. So if you set 24.9, sometimes it's enough, but sometimes you have to set 25.1. Yeah. So that's what we need, 25 kilowatts to power the crusher.
We make sure that the battery will have power, because as we see, battery gets 21, so we can change this value, and now we can go up and unload our rocks to the shredder.
Meanwhile, I will try to log into Twitch to respond to some of your comments.
Okay. Can I jump here?
You can, but you have to start over.
Okay, maybe later. Okay, we have power, and now we had to print battery. Okay, where is this battery? Okay, here it is. And we can print. Okay, everything which is printed on this crusher will be in the printer container, and we need to put it on our inventory. I will show you how to do this. Here is printing. Just need to wait a sec.
Yeah, so basically here you can search for blueprints. These are like instructions for your 3D printer to know what to print. Here we only have it's a demo version, so here we only have some basic buildings like corridors, some wall tiles to protect from radiation. Solar panels, containers, battery packs. So, but in the full game you will have much more after you unlock it in the tech tree. So right now, did we print already what we need? Yes, we have all the parts, so we can put them into the player's inventory, and we can go do the next step, which is to build a battery, right? Because we have one battery, but it may be not enough to survive the night in such a big base, so we should build two of them.
I should drink something, I think, because I'm gonna die.
Yes, you are running out of water, oxygen,
and food. Okay, so build this battery. I will build it here. Okay. We have all components, as you see, to build this.
Yeah, everything is ready, and now we set up a ghost in a place where we want to put it, because in the full game you will be able to build multiple buildings, and sometimes those ghosts are very useful. You can like design your whole base where it should be, and then you just take out your welder and build everything. So now we are actually building this thing, and yeah, we've built our battery pack, and now we got our tasks. So far we only played like tutorial missions, and now it's the actual story of the demo. So here our tasks, if we open the tablet, we will be able to see all of our tasks, and we can track them by selecting Q. and then we are also seeing them in the bottom right corner. Yeah. So if you open the tablet, we'll be able to see what we should do here. So complete the mission is the main goal, and these tasks have 5 subtasks. So to complete the mission, we need to finish all 5, and they are like this. One of them is we need to find a tablet with geothermal data left in this crater by previous mission. The second one is we need to plant and grow 10 potatoes, because we know that there is a dust storm coming, and we have very limited resources, so our player is worried that he may run out of food if he doesn't act quickly, so he needs to plant them as soon as possible. He also needs to charge his heavy rover because it's running out of battery. He have to mine some rocks, because that's his job here. He was sent to this crater to basically bring some more iron from this crater, because it's like a unique kind of iron which scientists wanted to study. And another thing is we need to supply electricity to all of the buildings, obviously, because without electricity we cannot, we would froze to death during night, and also we cannot grow our plants, which require electricity, light, water. So we need to do all those tasks, and we don't have much time, because we know that there is a storm coming which will cover our solar panels, and then we are doomed. Then we would have to start over. But of course there are tens, maybe hundreds of other things which could kill us. So we need to be careful and plan strategically and think in order to survive in this game. Okay, so what would you do first from this task?
I think our priority could be plant potatoes. What do you think?
Yeah.
So,
okay, I will try to answer some Twitch questions from the comments. Meanwhile,
there is our
base. Is it
base.
connected? No, it's yet
It's not connected.
okay, so it's still.
We should find out how many power do we need.
Basically, this switch is an override switch. Normally, if you connect electricity to your base, then you can just walk in and they will open automatically. But right now we don't have electricity, so we have to override it. Yeah, and here we are learning how to plant seeds. So basically, we need a seed tool. It's a special tool for sending seeds into the right spots, and then we need to set up the water and everything that the plant needs, basically. Okay, so we can. This is the main panel of this headquarters. Which at the bottom you see 2 slots are taken. It's the incubator for small plants and the hydroponic shelf for bigger ones. You can basically, if the small plants are growing, you can then take them out of the incubator and put them into the hydroponic shelf if you want them to be bigger. So right now we can see at the top that we have 0 electricity in the base. We need to connect it, because without it we cannot survive here. And we also see that there is -1 degrees inside, so we don't have heating.
We have
some insulation, but we have water because it was connected already, so it looks like the water well is operational. And yeah, so let's go back and connect some electricity. So somebody is asking, is there a way to generate O2 and connect it to the base? In the demo, I mean, there are multiple ways to have O2. In the demo, for example, you have the CO2 scrubber inside, which is generating oxygen. So you can basically use it to to generate bottles with oxygen, but you can also, for example, go to sleep for a few days, and then when you wake up, you will be able to use this oxygen generated from there. In the full game, that you will be able to build some reactors which will convert water and CO2 into oxygen and methane, like Sabatier reactors, but in the demo they are not available. So that's basically the fun part in the demo, that we need to survive with the limited resources we have. So we cannot just build everything. We need to think how to organize it to make it work. Okay, so that's the CO2 scrubber here. We can configure it in many ways. There are some levers and switches. We can see that now we can produce 5 liters of oxygen per hour, but if we play around with it, we can, for example, increase the there is some lever here which is useful. not many people know about this, so we can play around with those. Now we can see we produce almost 9 liters per hour if we increase the flow, and now we can also switch those to, let's see, what do we have? We have 72 degrees
temperature is lower.
Yeah, because we have to be careful not to like make it too high, unless we have
gonna blow.
Yeah, we have to start over in that case. Yeah. Oh, now we have 10 liters of oxygen per hour. I think it's a great way. So we need to remember to press start to make it work. Yeah, and
make sure that
you have enough power, because when you press start, then this building is using more energy. So maybe if you use too much, even lights can go out, and yeah. But we have supplied a lot. We have 44 kilowatts supplied, and only 27 are used. So it's okay. I think we could start planting seeds.
Okay, so let's start.
Okay.
Incubator. We have potato seed. Let's try.
How do you drink it with a helmet on in space? Somebody is asking. Yeah, basically you have some straws inside the helmet, and the water is in your backpack, so it's all like automatic. I mean, astronauts do the same. If they go on a spacewalk for many hours, they just need to have water supply with them and drink from the straw.
Okay, I just got.
Yeah, you have some beautiful seedlings.
Plants are withering, so we have to make sure that we supply them water and electricity.
They require 0.7 kilowatt of electricity for heating and lights, and also they require 1.2 liters of water to basically to water them, because otherwise they will wither. Yeah, so this is so now we just need to leave them. Our potatoes will be growing slowly. What do we do? We could go to sleep, but we could also do some other tasks. Maybe you can go up and show guys how the sleeping looks like.
There is our bed.
There's one of the beds. There is a second bed in the Rover, and which is very useful because obviously Rover is our main means of transport on the Red Planet. So in the full game you will have open world, so without Rover you wouldn't do much. Yeah, so are we going to sleep or?
We can.
Okay, so here we can pick an hour it's like an hour alarm clock, so we will pick an hour where we want to wake up. So that's 6 a.m. in the morning, but we cannot go to sleep because we have not enough oxygen, food and water to sleep so many hours, because we would die of starvation or dehydration during the night. So we need to eat. This is our food and drink. Are we now okay? Looks like it. And we can go to sleep. after eating dinner, because it's important, as we know. Yeah, so now we have the night, the sun has fallen, we can now wait for the next day, and our plants are close to withering. What happened? Maybe we
don't have power.
We don't have power because we didn't configure our battery packs properly. So it's minus 50. Oh, I think our plants are not going to survive this.
Let's check if they are alive.
Oops.
Okay, we have power back.
Ah, because the sun has risen.
Yeah.
Okay, so our base is connected directly from solar panels to the building. We need to bypass it with
The battery.
Yeah, with the battery packs, because otherwise it will happen what we saw, that during the night temperature has fallen and we run out of electricity. So now we have the cable here.
Plug this cable and plug it to the other battery. And I will connect batteries to each other to have more.
So that was
power.
That was the cable from
base.
From the base.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we can connect them together. Okay, and now let's set.
Single battery have 180
But
kilowatts.
it's not charged because it worked all night and discharged, so we have to charge it again. And maybe let's direct everything to the. We still have the base connected here. It's strange. So maybe you choose different cable.
Ah, yeah, it's possible. Yes, because this is cable from our crusher. We need to switch them.
Or you maybe take the cable back because you will run out of cable at some point. You should take it to your inventory.
It should be enough. We connect it to our battery. Okay.
And let's check both battery settings. This one, the battery output is always limited to the current charge, so right now we only have 28 kilowatts and this is not enough. So we need to wait.
At least 30.
Yeah, so somebody is saying that the game is too complicated. Well, it's a survival game, so it needs to be complicated. Mars is hard, and we need to learn how to survive. That's the goal of this game. If you played Subnautica, it's kind of the same. If you don't know how to swim or dive, then you can die after 20 seconds. Yeah. Somebody is asking, will the game also come in German? We hope it will translate to many languages. For now we only have English in the demo, but of course later we will add more languages. So yeah.
Okay, we have power enough.
Just barely enough. Yeah.
Do you think can we burn these potatoes?
No, don't do this. I mean, I don't think we can survive anyway because we made a mistake at the beginning. But try. I wonder if any of you guys tried burning potatoes. We can do it later. Do you think you can survive now? I mean, I think the storm is close.
I know. So what should we do next?
You have to do a lot of things. Charge the heavy rover, plant potatoes, find the tablet.
Okay, maybe we should get an iron. What do you think? Maybe we have already.
Yeah, you
200.
took some of the.
Oh, we need electricity.
I think you need to get this cable back to your inventory because you will run out. At least you left. I think you left 2 cables somewhere. So That was a long cable. Yeah, so somebody wrote that a mistake in the tutorial, you have to restart the game. That was the idea basically, that's the demo version, so you have to learn the mechanics. That's the idea of this demo.
Where is this cable?
To learn how this game is working, and after you know what to do, you will not die that often, because it's just like it's there.
Oh,
that's the cable. It's just like in probably you didn't have enough and you just ended.
Mm-hmm.
Just like in Subnautica, if you don't know how to play, you will just drown in a matter of seconds. You have to try to survive in many different ways. Yeah, we only need 25 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we have more, because
I forgot we can build another panel.
yeah,
We have resources to build another.
yeah, I can do this.
So we can do medium. Okay.
Oh, so Giga G on the Twitch wrote that he never tried roasting potatoes. Yeah, so let's leave this for later as a surprise for you. Okay, so now we have one more big solar panel, so we have more electricity to use.
We have 95 watts.
But here you only need 25. And now the batteries, maybe let them charge. Oh, here you also
Battery
have,
is charging right now.
but the second one, this one is limited to 35, so you can increase it. Yeah, and second one as well. Is it charging? Yes, you can have the output to 32. Oh, by the way, you can show the map, and we can check on the map. We can click on the buildings, for example, to check how much electricity do they use. So right now our headquarters is using 27 kilowatts, and that's how much it has. So we know that our building is okay. And the crusher is also connected, so it's green. It's very useful to check here which is connected. And if you switch to water, we will see that the water is supplied from the pump station, from the water well to the headquarters, right? So we also see where the water pipe is coming.
And there is a water spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will the game have a creative mode? Somebody is asking. Yes, so basically the full game will have two main modes. One of them is, of course, story mode, which we call campaign, and the second one is free-to-play sandbox mode, where you basically can do everything you want. So maybe let's check if we have iron here in the shredder container. How much do we have?
Only 60.
Oh no! We have,
Oh, Dino!
we have the dinosaur attack. Nobody expected the dinosaur. Thankfully I have my dinosaur fossil hunter hat
Let's just say hello.
to fight the dinosaur, to fight it away. Yeah, so by the way, the dinosaur broke our set, but he also reminded that currently our second game, Dinosaur Fossil Hunter, is on Kickstarter. So if you didn't see it already, you can play Dinosaur Fossil Hunter demo version as well. And maybe you are not fighting the dinosaurs, but you are searching for fossils there. So it's good to check that. Yeah. So that was fun.
But we need to take some rods because we don't have enough iron to complete this task. So I will drive
Yeah.
our special rock and try to
Yeah.
get more iron.
Nobody expected the dinosaur.
Even us.
Yeah. So somebody is asking, are we able to pause in this game?
Okay.
Yes, basically, if you open the tablet,
It's already paused.
It's already paused. So this is where you can think. You can just open the tablet and do whatever you want, and you will not die. But if you forget to do that, forget to open the tablet, then you might run out of oxygen or water and die quickly. So that's helpful. Yeah.
We need to put out our claw first.
Yeah, so we need more iron to finish that mission. Not sure if we can succeed, but we will try.
Mm-hmm.
Because previously we did a few things wrong, so right now we have many ways to die and not many ways to succeed. But at least it will be fun. Okay, somebody's asking, can we repeat the part about creative game? So basically, in the full game, you will be able to choose between the story mode, which is a campaign, and the sandbox free-to-play mode, where you can do whatever you want. So in the sandbox mode, your only mission is to survive, and you do whatever you want. We haven't decided yet if we will do different starting like scenarios. We will probably do more than one. So currently in the full game, free-to-play mode is like unlimited Martian terrain. Of course, procedurally generated open world, and you basically start with your tools, your rover. You have your capsule. And you can build whatever you want, right? Unless you run out of resources, because you cannot just be invincible.
I forgot to unload the rocks.
Yeah, right. So that's how unloading looks like. Don't try to jump in there, kids.
Try me.
Don't try to jump there. No! Oh, what did you do? Our Martian has died again. I said don't do this.
I was going to jump inside this trailer, but
No. No. Yeah, that was an accident, as you can see. It was just an accident. Yeah, so by the way, now if we start again, maybe we can turn off the tutorials, and because we already saw them, and maybe we can show you what happens when you forget to close the Rover door and try to switch your helmet. For example,
make sure the door is open.
If you fall from a big height, and if you fall down, sometimes your helmet can get cracks. It will be cracked and it will leak oxygen. So then you need to change your helmet. Yeah, but here we didn't close the door. So what will happen? It's not a good idea, probably. So we have decompression and that was quick. Yeah, don't try to do this when you are on Mars. It's one of the many ways to die. Yeah, so as you can see, not an easy task to survive. It's like on Mars we have very low pressure outside. Yeah, cracked helmet is the most stressful death when you just run out of oxygen. So on Mars you have low pressure, and it's almost vacuum. It's like 6, if I remember correctly, it's 600 pascals, not hectopascals, just pascals. So barely enough CO2 pressure, to even. I mean, your water will boil instant. Your blood will boil instantly if you try to take your helmet off or your suit. Yeah. So basically, when you play this game, you feel this. You have this feeling of being scared because you're just at some millimeters away from death always, because you're always in your spacesuit or inside your base, but behind those walls, behind this glass, there's death. So you need to always remember about that. Yeah,
sometimes it's happened that the rocks break the glass on your helmet, so I'm trying to do this, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you are not careful, a rock can kill you by falling on your head, for example. So you need to, because it's a hard job, you need to be careful always. Yeah. I have to check the chat.
So
yeah.
I just thought that if we are dying all the time, so maybe we can show them how to CO2 scrubber blows.
Yeah, that's
What
a good
do you
idea.
think?
Yeah, but do we have enough power right now? Maybe we need to give it more power to blow up. I
need to check.
I didn't check if we can do this without enough electricity, but maybe there is some pressure inside. Okay, so somebody is asking, what will be the dangers on Mars? So, not sure if you saw our famous video 20 dumb ways to die on Mars. We made a music video last year from an alpha version of this game. So we showed in that video we show about 20 ways to die, maybe more, but really in reality there is more. Somebody's asking, can we pick up ore by hands? So we'll show you in a moment. Of course, if you are drilling rocks, if you made them small enough, then you may. Oh, now we have temperature 127 degrees. Don't try this at home. This is basically you need to press start, and that's how it ends. It's over pressurized, and your head lands in the stairs. So danger is waiting everywhere, and remember that it's a demo. So like we've cut away 90% of the content. So there is many more ways to die in the full game. Somebody's asking when we can play. You can play right now. If you go to Steam, to our Steam page, you can download the game. There is a link in the description of this video, actually, if you are on YouTube. So just go to the Steam page and you can download the demo and play right now. Will we melt the ice? Where? For now I can only say that we have an icy location in the full game, where last year during December we made a Christmas party where you can build a snowman from Martian snow. So basically, yeah, there is also snow on Mars, just not in this location.
I'm going to try to put this rock remotely.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. So put this remote. Okay, we are in hotbar.
Yeah, so when the starship will go to Mars, Mars will become crowded. Yeah, I think after people will play our game, they will know how to survive. And I mean, Elon Musk is building rockets, but we are teaching people how to survive on Mars. And maybe it's even more important, because getting there is the easy part. Staying there is the hard part. That's why this game is about staying on Mars, not about flying to Mars. There's just so many things we need to think about, we need to plan, we need to strategize. Because, as I said before, we are always just this tiny part away from death when there is no oxygen. Of course, in the future maybe we will be able to terraform the planet and have some oxygen in the air, but it's like, it's a thing for our grandchildren, right? And this game is a close science fiction. We like to call it hard science fiction, so we don't have too many like magical things. We try to focus on, of course, while keeping the gameplay fun, but we try to focus on the things that are scientifically correct. Yeah. So that's basically what we imagine the mission to Mars would look like if we go there, maybe like in 20 years time, maybe 50 years time. Okay, so the dinosaur broke our scenography, but I'm fixing it. It's almost perfect now. Okay. Yeah, we'll go there hopefully. Yeah. So that's our demo gameplay. We hope you like it so far. It's actually one of the first times we show the gameplay to the people. Yeah.
No, I want to blow the tomatoes.
You can do whatever you want. You are our astronaut.
I need to see them first.
Yeah, so once again, sorry guys for the delay in the stream. As we said at the beginning, for those who didn't see that before, basically we tried to make the stream running on Steam, but Steam has a strange policy that if you play a demo version of the game, you cannot stream it because you need to be on your main account connected to Steamworks. But when you are on your main account, then the full game is covering the demo game. So that's why the delay happened, because we were trying to fight with this technical issue. But turns out that's just how Steam works. So we will think about some way to override it later. But for now, I'm happy that we can stream on YouTube and Twitch. For any of you. Yeah, this Rover locker is very important because here we keep our oxygen and water, and it's a good idea to collect those early in the game, because if you go somewhere far away and you forget to take those from here, then you may be away from Rover and you may run out of oxygen or water
and die very early.
Yeah. By the way, can you, if you go out, can you throw away the food? Maybe you can do it after sleeping.
Okay.
Can you throw away the food, one of the food? I mean, you have to split it probably to just show people, like one of them. Yeah, let's just try to put it on the ground. Yeah, so as you can see, that's the food ration pack, and if you were on our events in, for example, in Digital Dragons last year, that's what we basically give people. That's the food ration pack. So we also have one with us. It's just popped out from the inventory. If I open it, basically, we have two versions. We have corn ration pack and potato ration pack. This one is corn. So basically, help you, sir.
Thanks.
So basically, those are Martian corn packs. It's very good. So if you download the game, you can just throw it outside your inventory and it can pop out your monitor. So you can eat.
As you guys see, I'm sleeping now because I give the potatoes time to grow.
Yeah, because you planted them, right? So in this game you always have to think. You have to think about. You have to think about potatoes. You have to think about sleeping. Not only because you will be tired, because when you don't sleep too often, your stamina will fall so much that basically you will not be able to run or jump. Yeah, so our seedlings are growing. But do we still have? Maybe we had. Did we have power during the night?
Yes, we have power. Not from batteries, but from the solar panels. So
But during the night they
they
don't grow. That's why they are slower.
Okay. I can switch. If you want.
Yeah, I'd like to show people how the big potatoes look like.
Okay.
I'm not sure if on this run we can do it. Maybe on the next run. Yeah, so somebody is asking for the food review. No, this was so expensive because this was sent from Mars. So not sure if I can afford to make a review. We'll probably eat one per day. But it's very tasty, I must say. So we had 0.
We need to switch.
$70.
It's only 30, so maybe 38. Could be just enough.
Yeah, Steam being Steam. Questions?
Okay, on this display you can check if your vegetables are happy in this bar, so you can see they're almost happy.
Yeah.
I think we can switch some of them
Yeah, if they
to show.
when they start growing from the incubator, they are starting to wither.
Withered.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough power.
But did all of them wither?
Yeah.
If you hold them longer, you cannot put them in there. Maybe it's still good enough to.
No, if you can't sit them
Yeah,
back,
it's withered.
it's withered. So every is withered. What a
So
shame.
maybe try the weather on the. So it's too far away.
Oh, it's burning.
Oh no, fire on Mars. So on Mars we need to, of course, recycle.
Do you have extinguisher? Do we have?
I think we removed it from the demo.
Okay.
I don't remember actually, but I think we removed it from the demo.
It's very nice of you.
Check the bathroom. Maybe it's in the bathroom.
Oh, did I show you?
That's the
living room.
That's the living room. Oh, it's automatic because. Okay, there is no extinguisher. Okay, so
What are we going to do about this? What do you think?
let it burn.
We should run?
Yes, probably.
Okay. We can also destroy this building and see what's happened.
Oops, you are going to die because of lack of water.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. We can drink from bottles, but we can also drink from here. By the way, the water pipe looks cool when it's disconnected.
It's dancing.
Yeah.
Come back here.
Okay. So, do
We
you
can
have
produce oxygen.
some good ideas for dying on Mars? Destroy the base. Baked potatoes. Right.
I wasn't going to. Should I?
Is the filling working for the oxygen tank? Can you check?
Not yet.
No, not enough oxygen.
We need to wait a couple of hours. But
By the way, I'm curious if building the airlocks is working now, but do we have enough resources to do this?
another airlock?
Here, for example. Because when you open only one airlock, then the air should be blown out, but I don't remember if we have this in the demo. No, we don't.
We don't have enough. I can bring some rocks if you want. And we can print the new airlock and build it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there is another way to die we didn't show yet.
We can jump from a mountain, for example,
Yeah,
and see what is going to
from a
happen.
big height. Why does the character have such a big heart rate, somebody is asking. Of course, because he's alone in the Gale crater with not enough supplies to survive, and also there is a storm coming. And maybe you will see the storm, so you will know what we mean, because the storm is very scary.
I can die right now, so maybe I will not jump. Because when I die, we need to start over.
Yes, but I think we also have to start over because you didn't do the tutorial in this run.
But storm is coming.
Do you want to get out or just jump with the rover?
I was going to jump, but you just forbid me.
No, we can.
Yeah.
We can do this.
I see the perfect place to jump from, I think. Oh, I have difficulties to drive there.
It's very steep, it's just very high in the in the crater.
Okay, let's try from here. Oh, no, I just can't.
Yeah, it's too steep. I need to back out. Okay, can you get out? Yes. So in the full game we have the thing called wingsuit jetpack, which allows you to fly. It would be very useful right now, but unfortunately it's a demo without a jetpack, so we can just... Oh, you were successful.
That wasn't enough high. Kill myself.
Try it from here.
Ah.
Yeah, you'd have to find
A better place
yeah.
to jump from.
And your stamina is low, so you cannot jump. You're too high. You don't have the rover controller with you. It's useful in such cases, so
I don't have.
the rover could
Still inside.
the rover could drive to us instead of we driving to the
Like
rover.
Tesla.
Autopilot rover.
I don't see a good place to jump.
Hello from the Mars Society. We are huge fans and eagerly awaiting this. Hello, you are awesome guys. So
Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you also for the help with rover mechanic. So yeah, I'm also a member of Mars Society and I really appreciate everything you guys are doing. And that's our game. Okay, somebody said we will never make this game, but is it true? Because you can download it right now on Steam from as a demo. You can just go to our Steam page and download it right now in a free demo version, and the full game will be coming also this year. So we are close. Are you guys playing as well?
I think we should destroy this base.
Try. Maybe you can start with corridors or...
Corridors? Okay. Working. I can destroy almost everything.
Yeah. So in this game we have such a system where if a building is disconnected from another, then there is this automatic gate which shuts it. So if you, for example, destroy one corridor, then the others are still working. Solar panels. It's not a good idea if you want to survive.
I don't have a chance to survive right now.
Yeah,
Because plants are withering. Oops. They don't have enough power to grow.
Yes, right.
And they should.
So maybe in the next run after you die, we will try to play it properly.
The thing?
Yeah, to just try to finish the run.
Okay, you convinced me.
Or
Oops, I...
you broke it. You just broke it. Okay. So we are breaking everything in this run. You can also break one of the airlocks and leave only one. But
Okay, that's a terrific idea. We don't die. What are we gonna fly?
after, yeah, probably after entering. Unless it was disabled for the demo, because I don't remember actually.
Oh
Oh yes. Yeah, this happens. Yeah, so that's the pressure inside the building. That's what happens. When you only have one door and you try to...
no. We are alive.
You should remember that outside you have almost 0 pascals, and inside you have full pressure for breathing, because the CO2 scrubber is working. So when you try to get in with only one gate, that's how it ends. It's just manual override, and then the air just throws you away. So check if you can build another one, because right now you have...
I don't have resources.
But if you destroyed that one, maybe you have enough?
Maybe.
If not, we can print them. Oh yeah, you have. So now we can rebuild it. Yeah, so that's basically what we wanted to show you guys in the demo. We wanted to show you the mechanics of this game, that you can build, you can destroy, you can survive, because we are also curious what you will do with it. Will you find some issues we didn't find? If so, then just show us. Maybe we can improve it before the release, because we can only release the game once. So we want to do this correctly. And now you will not be able to enter because your airlocks are inside.
Oops.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, so we are always open to some feedback, suggestions. If you have ideas from the demo, what's been improved, then always let us know. Yeah, so somebody is saying that
That what?
sorry, I lost my track because there's so many different notifications from everywhere. Yeah, those his batteries are not good for the sandstorm. Yeah, so basically once the sandstorm is entering, then it's almost game over, because oh, now you have low oxygen warning. Do you have some oxygen in your inventory, or do you want to die of suffocation?
Maybe we should.
Yeah, so
To start over and
yeah.
show them how to play correctly.
Yeah, so the next run will be the correct run. So as you can see, one location, but you can do a lot here. Yeah.
Okay, I die.
Yeah, that was the suffocation. Yeah. Mission phase suffocation. Okay, not 25 minutes. Right now I think the speedruns are close to 15 minutes if you want to finish the game.
My personal record is 16 minutes.
Okay, try to
Complete this demo.
will you try to do this now?
Okay.
Okay, so somebody wants to see how we survive the sandstorm.
no problem.
Yeah, by the way, I wonder if somebody already finished the demo, because there is a prize for that. For the person who first completes the demo. First person who collects the demo will receive the full game key, so that's worth trying. Yeah, so right now we are doing the tutorial mission quickly, and then we will do everything in correct order. I actually wonder how to do it. Okay, so we finished the corridor, now we have to
collect some rocks,
collect
and
some more
I will
rocks.
collect more
to have 200.
to have 200 iron. It's going to be easier later. Okay.
Somebody on our Discord is trying to figure out how to move the crane. Of course, you just press tab and then you look at the third person screen to see the details. Yeah, the demo is difficult. It really is. That was our goal, to basically balance it properly to make you survive. But after you finish the demo, you will just know how to play it, and it will be easier for you. Yes.
I didn't have this opportunity.
Yeah, you know that the sandstorms on Mars can sometimes take like months or even years. Sometimes it's sandstorms take, for example, the whole season. So you need to, on Mars, when you're on Mars and there is good weather, you need to prepare. Because you know once something like this happens, then you are out of solar power for months.
So you're going to need a lot of battery packs.
Yeah. So that's another reason why.
And spoiler alert, battery packs upgrades.
Yeah. That's another reason why SpaceX and Tesla together could colonize Mars. I think, because without batteries, you will not survive for long. I mean, rockets are not enough.
Okay, let's make sure that we won't die this time.
Yeah. So, do you have a lot of rocks right now?
No, I don't have even one right now.
Okay.
I need to collect them.
That one is too big.
I don't know.
It's probably too big for
Let's see. In a minute.
Okay. Somebody keeps calling
Sorry,
our.
no, I forgot to turn off my alarm.
Somebody keeps calling our Martian. Let's maybe press tab because you can die.
No.
Suppose.
It's done.
will try to log into the Restream chat so I will be able to better read everything, because right now I'm switching between YouTube and Twitch. It's hard. Let's see if it works.
And just another one and it will be okay. Now we have 200 iron.
We are on Mars and we have potatoes, yeah. That's the only thing we need.
Not only potatoes, to be honest, but you will see, because you will have on the full version.
Yeah, smartwatch, tablet. Okay, so right now
We need to supply
we
electricity.
need to supply electricity, but we have a lot in our trailer, so
I'm going to do this good, to make sure that I will have electricity in our base. It will be easier
yeah, do it properly.
later.
That was the crusher,
Yes,
the crusher cable, very long one. You need to always remember to take it with you, because cables are very pricey in the game. If you run out of cables, because you can drag them too long, for example, if you go like zigzags or right, you can quickly run out of cable, and then
we need to print them.
you will have to like free print them or gonna collect more resources, and it's easy to just run out of everything. So cables are precious. Don't forget about that. So right now we are connecting the HQ tower battery. Do you plan to build another battery or just one?
I have just one already, but I need to electricity to crusher before,
Yeah.
to make sure that I will print.
So now
New
100% to the battery, or how do you want to do this? 100%? You can just hold it.
Yeah, but I think okay. I forgot to put in the crusher.
I wonder if we can do this time.
Crusher needs 25 kilowatts. I'm going to be done. 25. Okay. And I will build another solar just right now.
So somebody asked about the fastest runs. The fastest run I think is 15 minutes.
16.
Is
My today's record.
16 minutes currently. And funny thing, yesterday we had a harder build, and we just wanted to balance it out. So yesterday we needed about 25 minutes to finish, but it was too hard for people. We tested that many people just couldn't finish in time. So right now I think it's
Easier.
it's easier. It's not too hard, not too easy. So it's probably as it should be. Yeah. So by the way, I'd like to thank our awesome community from Discord who helped us the last few days with testing the demo build. Of course, everything was undercover, but we have amazing community, and thanks to them we have the better balanced build. So especially thanks to our VIPs from Discord, like GigaG, Server, and others, who help make this game as good as it is right now. So yeah, joining our Discord is a good idea, because sometimes you can have earlier stuff. And that's basically our goal also for the future. We want you to basically develop the game with us, because we somebody was saying that that we should release early access version as soon as it's alpha version, but I think it's not a correct approach. Like many game studios release like very early builds which are not playable, and I think that's not what early access is about. Early access should be about playing like really fun games, but games with potential for expanding, where you can add more stuff later, where you can you know, do upgrades. And so first our plan is to do the proper early access. So first we will release like a complete game where you can play for many hours, like story modes, sandbox mode, but then we are sitting and thinking, what can we add to the game? And that's where community comes in, and you are most of the time you know best what the game should look like. So we'll try to, as much as we can afford, to take into account your ideas. Like after we release the early access build, should we in the next build, for example, add like motorcycle on Mars, or maybe we should improve the robot, or maybe we should add more buildings. So your ideas will be important for us. That's our goal. That's why we didn't release very early game, because right now, as you can see, it's almost the mechanics are complete. You can play very long. You have to balance the survival mechanics, and I must say it was very hard work to reach this moment.
I took 200 items from the crusher and I put it in here.
Okay, so
this is for a container.
So this should.
So I completed one of the tasks. In the meantime.
Yeah. And now what do we have left? We have to plant potatoes, charge heavy rover, supply electricity to buildings, and find the tablet. So
electricity will be done in a minute. Right
now we have more time. We have 0 on power out still.
I know, because I'm waiting.
Okay, for charging. Okay.
Yes. I can, for example, charge our heavy rover in the meantime.
Okay. Do you have like your favorite way to charge the rover?
I just put it in.
So Giga just wrote that he was muted. Was that Giga for writing to like multiple messages at once, or why? Why did it happen? I'm just curious. Okay, so you are charging next to the battery usually.
Yes, I'm driving.
Spaces between letters. This causes muting. Nice. Yeah, but longer. When the game will launch? This year definitely, because we want to go on vacation finally after 3 years of very hard work, weekends, and after hours. We just want, we want to release the game. Right now we are releasing the demo. We are looking at your feedback, and after the demo we will see how many we have to improve. Like, do you like the mechanics which are in the demo? Do you like the game in this form? That's basically what we want you to tell us, because yeah, it depends on you basically. If you think everything is okay, we can release it, then it will be quicker. So as you saw our roadmap on the Steam page, we want to release upgraded prologue, because the demo is like a version of prologue where we show you the mechanics. So the prologue will be longer game, but we didn't want to spoil the main story of the game. that's why we want it to be a separate game, prologue. So yeah, so after the prologue, the only thing will be the full release. So it shouldn't take too long. So Server wrote to me that our astronaut doesn't know that he can input values.
I know!
He knows, but maybe he's just lazy.
Or no, I'm not lazy. This is a new feature, and I'm used to click.
Yeah, because previously we could. You had to, for example, click the. You had to click the. Don't forget to unplug your electric vehicle if you want to drive. So in the previous version, you had to always click manually on the arrows to increase the current. But right now, you can just type it in, and that's faster. But we are just so used to the old mechanics. Yeah. So we are happy that most of you guys are saying that the build is almost without bugs. The only glitch somebody reported was that sometimes the tools are not visible when you smash buttons, but I think it's not a big deal. We will solve it quickly. And it's hard to reproduce that bug. But other than that, as you can see, you can do a lot in this game.
Okay.
And, yeah. And now imagine you have basically open world with multiple bases, multiple things where you can. Oh, I think you want to show them something
Yes,
extra.
I wonder about upgrades. I need to find.
I wonder if our community from Discord found those. There, we hid somewhere, but maybe they are missing from the field. Maybe
it should be right there.
There or on the other side, maybe. Sometimes they're higher, I think.
No, I think in this version it disappeared.
Yeah, because we had some
there.
hidden things here, somewhere here.
We don't have it in this version.
Or maybe they're just in different place. Telber says he found it, so it must be somewhere.
So
maybe it just moved.
Ask him that. Did he find another tool, jackhammer level 2?
The Telber, did you found? Yeah, he found the grinder and the drill, but it was in the version 39.1 or 39.2, because we might have changed something. Yeah, so
I just found the tablet.
So here we have the tablet, and now we just need to grow our potatoes and we will be done. We didn't even show the sandstorm yet. So maybe
it's possible to.
Maybe before growing the potatoes we should
wait.
We should show the sandstorm.
Okay.
Yeah. Is our base connected through battery or still daylight?
To the 2 batteries.
But is the cable at the end the HQ or the crusher? I don't remember.
Once again?
The cable from the second battery, it's HQ? Or
no, from first battery is connected to the second battery, and from the second battery is to HQ.
Mm-hmm.
Crusher is connected directly to transformer.
Can you check it to make sure?
Yeah. As you see.
Oh, by the way, guys, another thing in the full game is that yeah, that's the second one. Yeah. So another thing in the full game is that you will be able to customize your Marsonaut. So basically, you can choose your gender, you can choose your hair, face, your suit colors, and some patches on your arm. Yeah. Another good thing about Mars is that we have low gravity. So you wouldn't be able to do something like this on Earth. But we try to be more or less accurate with the filling but this is 0.4 G, so it's not as high gravity as on Earth. It's more or less like you would jump on Mars. Can you drive yourself while you are in the container? Good idea. I know that the controller is disabled in the
Yes, it's too close.
in the rover, but if you are in the container, I'm not sure if we checked that. Also, remember not to die because we need to finish the
I
plans.
know.
Yeah, that would be funny.
In the trailer? No,
Oh,
it isn't
it's too
working.
close.
I'm too close.
It's too close, you know. We had to be careful because that will cause some strange things. Okay, so it's getting darker because it's 5 p.m. already, and we are inside the crater, so the shadows are making the sunset earlier. Yeah, just remember not to drive over yourself. Yeah, and over buildings and cables. No, don't do this.
Do what?
It's dangerous. Guys, imagine how cool it would be if we had multiplayer driving,
It will be nice.
remotely
You
driving
should
the.
think about it
Yeah.
and work harder.
Okay, so
I think.
should we go to
going
sleep or
yeah.
check our potatoes? Just remember about
I don't have
your needs.
enough oxygen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so again, for those who join us later, our stream was delayed because Steam doesn't allow to stream demo from the main account. And if we add the main account as a streaming account, then the demo version is covered by the full version, and it doesn't allow us to do this. But we decided to just stream with YouTube and Twitch. And we are also planning more streams later. We will probably do a stream during the start of Steam Games Festival next week, because Steam delayed the festival, but we didn't want to disappoint you guys. It wasn't our fault. It was like Steam's decision to delay. But you know, the demo was ready, so we thought, why not give you right now.
So if you click right here, you can fill oxygen tank and
Okay, not enough oxygen, but yeah, if it
Later.
runs for longer, maybe you can sleep here in the upstairs. Yeah, so I think we are still waiting for the first person to complete the demo, because nobody has posted a screenshot yet. And remember, the first person who completes the demo will get the full game key. That's our competition. So I'm just wondering who's the best now.
Okay, the plants are ready to harvest.
And they are withering, but that's probably just because the night was longer. Okay, and you can see we have a lot of potatoes, and we have only one task left to just collect the potatoes, and that would be demo complete. So it's not that hard, as you can see. You just need to know what to do and how not to die.
Okay, I have an oxygen bottle.
As you can see, if you have enough oxygen generated by the CO2 scrubber, you can put it in a bottle right here, and now you can take it from here, yeah. And now you have more oxygen to use. What else? Do we wait for the...
Yes, we are waiting.
For the sandstorm to show you guys?
Yeah.
I think it's not that far away. It should be... But we restarted a few times, so we have to think. Something is disconnected. What's that?
This cable from the rover.
Ah, yeah, from the charger.
The charge.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so of course all vehicles on Mars need to be electric. So the rover is electric. In the full game we also have the ATV, which is also electric. For some time we had some ideas how to put the ATV on the rover, but Yeah, somebody was asking about those oxygen extensions. Those bottles are not for you. Those bottles are for the oxygen inside the rover. So in the full game you will be able to like put more bottles in here to extend the rover so then you can drive longer distances without a helmet. And also there will be a battery pack extension here in the future to be able to drive longer distances without charging, because right now you can basically you can drive long distances, but then you have to stop, you have to build solar panels, connect it to the rover, go to sleep, wait a day or 2 days, and then you can drive longer. But with the battery pack upgrade you can drive without stopping. Yeah, so the ATV is a quad, basically like a four-wheel bike, you can say. What will happen, can we show them what will happen if you go wrong way? So yeah, that's the screen, it shows you wrong way. You cannot unload the rocks this way. By the way guys, do you know that you can switch trailers? I think we can show you.
Okay, so I'll drive correctly first.
Yeah, so if we go to that container, no, you can go there and just switch.
Okay.
I think, because you have to get rid of the. Yeah, you can put it in the crusher, the trailer, or you can put it on the ground, like here. So as you can see, we can unload the trailer, and you can switch to different one. And in the full game, we will have more. Yeah, we will have more trailers. So you have this container is very useful because you can put a lot of parts inside it, and then you can make buildings with the rover, because your player's inventory is very small. In your backpack you can only fit like components required to build some solar panels, some transformers. But here, if you press attach hook, it should take it. And now we have a different trailer.
And we can hide it in the crusher.
Yeah. I always like how it looks like. It always remembers me of those old Japan cartoons with robots. Do you remember, guys? There was a cartoon, Captain Deimos, who was like a truck which turned into like a giant mech robot. So it's always, for me, it looks similar when I look at our trailer here. Yeah, so now you can do this, that you can go to the semi-trailers and you can store it inside the crusher, and for example switch to a different one. So as you can see, there is this thing here which is moving, and it will take our trailer and it will hide it inside. So this way we can like quickly put a lot of printed parts inside the trailer and, for example, drive away and build a city in a different location. So this container can fit like tons of stuff, so you can basically build a city with it. You definitely wouldn't be able to fit in your backpack. Yeah, so right now we just hid it, and we can go back. Yeah, so that's how it works. I wonder where the sandstorm is going. Do we have more time? Maybe we are playing for like this last run for like 30 minutes or something. Remember? Oh, you broke the well. I wonder if any of you guys tried this. So you want to take don't break stuff. Come on. I wonder if anybody tried that. Yeah.
I will repair that. Don't worry.
So that's how you break solar panels. Did you like it?
We can destroy it right now
Yeah, that is just a scrap.
and rebuild. Don't it take long?
So somebody's asking, will the crusher give away the container? Yeah, I mean, solar panels are very complicated, so you need a long time to destroy it. Hydration, remember that's water because you will die. We are running out.
I'm out of oxygen and water.
Okay, so maybe let's not waste time, let's go find some. And maybe fix the well, because we need water if we want to show the sandstorm and survive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's
broken.
That's our broken water well, we need to fix it. It's good that we have our welder. If you lost the welder on Mars, then
We have a big problem.
you would have a big problem. Welder is a friend, it's like a lightsaber. Fixed! Yeah, we have water again. And can you fix the remaining solar panel here?
Let's check.
wondering. Oh, there is some pipe falling away, some solar panels, electronics to pick up.
No, it's
No,
scrap.
it's just scrap. You need to destroy it and build another one. Okay, how long do we have until the sunset?
Half an hour. Okay.
Yeah, but how are we going to? I think it's something around 40 minutes. Okay, so somebody asked about the CO2 scrubber, how to operate it inside the building. So you have to turn the knobs and then look at the screen. And
Once again?
and then once again turn the knobs and look at the screen, and you will see that there is different values. So there are different values for like there is more or less oxygen produced, and also more or less like energy consumption, so you can use more. Yeah, it's basically this is a big solar panel, so it takes a long time because it's like high tech tree, and our grinder is the level 1 grinder, so it's a slow one. So in the full game, at first you only have small solar panels, and when you have the medium ones, then you more or less also can afford the better grinder, so you can do it faster. Yeah, so we are almost, we are collecting a lot of screws, solar cells, and they will be useful to rebuild it. Oh, there are some screws here, you can see. Yeah.
Trying to rebuild our solar panel.
Do we have enough to rebuild? Oh, it's a big one. So there is also this one and that part. Transform incoming, yay! So now you will see how the sunstorms on Mars look like. Because at first, of course, we have the weather forecast system, so it will tell us that something is happening. So now we know in advance, about an hour before, an hour of in-game time before it happens.
We can run.
So watch out, incoming thunderstorm. So you know that you have about an hour of in-game time to fight, and now it's just like this. So you have to watch out because there are also some rocks flying. So basically it gets dark. If you switch to first person, press V to switch here. And it's just dark. there are some rocks falling, so you have to be careful because they can hit you. And now I think we can go to the to collect the potatoes.
And we are out of energy.
Yeah, so that's what we wanted to show you, that all the panels are producing zero energy right now because it's darker than during the night. You don't even see the stars in the extreme sandstorm. So in the normal game they shouldn't take very long, but here in the demo this one is very long because it was forecasted that it will happen. So if we go to the base right now, we should hike probably basically. And we should take our potatoes and eat them and finish before, as long as we are alive. So basically that's what this game is about. Yeah, just harvesting the remaining ones. And mission complete. That's the screen you want to see. And if any of you complete it, then the first person will get the key for the full game. Yeah, so thanks guys. Remember to add to the wish list the full game because it's coming this year. And remember to tell us what you think about the demo. And do you like it? Should we change something, improve something? Tell us what should we improve, and just tell your friends that the game is coming. So that's it, I think. Do we want to show anything else? I think we showed a lot of stuff today. So mine menu. Yeah, also Rover Mechanic. If you didn't see our previous game, try Rover Mechanic Simulator. You can buy it on Steam. Also, you can visit our Discord server to discuss with us about the game. And yeah, we have a beautiful auroras in the full game. Here you can see in the menu that sometimes there is a solar storm during the night, and then you can see the auroras. Yeah, so the full game offers a lot of more stuff. There is campaign, there is free to play, there is profile generator, load game, and many more features which we want to add later. But for now, basically that's it. And thanks again, and see you in the next stream, probably next week. Okay, so thanks again, bye.